Guys, hear me out. What if everything we thought we knew about Jade is completely wrong? Like, what if the guy we have been rooting for since episode 1, the guy who has been desperately chasing answers, scribbling symbols, going half crazy trying to figure out what Fromville actually is? What if he is not the hero of this story at all? What if he is the reason any of this nightmare exists in the first place? I know. Take a breath, but stay with me, because once I lay this out, it is going to be really hard to unsee it. So, let us rewind, not to last week's episode, not to season 3. Let us go all the way back to the very first time Jade rolled into town. His car slammed into Jim's trailer, everyone's lives got flipped upside down, and right away something felt off about this guy, not in a suspicious way at first. More like, he was clearly experiencing Fromville differently than everyone else. From day one, Jade was seeing things other people were not. The symbol, the crushed man, the soldier. These visions kept coming back, kept pulling him deeper, like the town was specifically talking to him. And here is the thing, we just kind of accepted that. We said, okay, he is special, he is connected, he must be one of the good guys. But what if that connection is not a gift? What if it is a curse? One that comes with a history a lot darker than we ever imagined. Now look, let me back up and explain how the show has been building this reincarnation stuff, because it matters a lot here. By season 3, the show confirmed that Jade and Tabitha are reincarnated souls connected to the origins of Fromville, the popular reading. The one most fans, myself included, ran with was that they were a couple in a past life, parents of children caught up in that original sacrifice. Two people who loved each other, lost something devastating, and keep coming back in different forms trying to fix it. Romantic, right? Tragic, even. But here is where my brain started going sideways. Jade and Tabitha are not a couple in the show. They never have been, and neither were Christopher and Miranda. If you look at every version of these characters across the cycles, Tabitha, Miranda, their past life counterparts, they have always been paired with other people. Harry is Eloise and Victor's father. Jim is Julie and Ethan's dad. The pattern repeats. So if Tabitha keeps reincarnating as a mother figure connected to the children, what exactly is Jade reincarnating as? Because it is not the father. That role is always filled by someone else. Real talk, this is where the theory gets genuinely unsettling. What if Jade is not the grieving parent trying to undo the damage? What if he is the one who caused it? Think about it. Someone had to start the ritual. Someone made the choice to sacrifice those children in the first place. That act set off the entire cycle. The monsters, the town that traps people, the endless loop of suffering. Somebody looked at a group of kids and made a deal with whatever entity lives in that darkness. And the show has been quietly, carefully building toward the idea that Jade might be the reincarnation of that person. Here is what really got me thinking about this harder. The trailer for episode 5. When Jade is under the influence of those mushrooms again, a child version of himself appears to him. And the kid tells him something that basically stopped me mid-watch. That the truth Jade is looking for comes with pain. A painful truth, not just a difficult one. A truth that is going to fundamentally break something in how Jade sees himself. What truth could possibly be that painful, that your family suffered, that you could not save someone you loved? Jade has already processed losses like that. That would not break him the same way. But finding out that you, or rather, the soul you carry, started all of this. That the curse running through Fromville has your fingerprints on it. That every child who was sacrificed, every person trapped in that town, across every timeline, every monster prowling through the dark, it traces back to you. Yeah, that would do it. And then there is the cave scene. Okay, so in that same episode 5 trailer, there is this moment where the monsters find Jade in the caves, and they do not attack him. They do not rip him apart the way they would anyone else. Instead, They physically carry him to the center of the stone formation. The same stones used in the original Children is ritual that we saw back in Season 2. And then a tomb opens. And they place him inside it. And it closes. Why would the monsters do that? Why would creatures that exist purely to kill and terrorize treat one specific person with what almost looks like reverence or recognition? Unless he belongs there. Unless, on some level, the town, or whatever intelligence runs it, knows exactly who Jade is and what his soul is responsible for. They are not attacking him. They are returning him to the place where it all began. That image alone honestly changed how I am watching this entire show now. Now here is something else I want to throw in, because it adds another layer to this whole thing. Okay, real quick. If you're still watching, that genuinely means you're enjoying this video, and that honestly means a lot to me. So, if you're vibing with this kind of content, just take 1 second to hit that subscribe button, because it really helps me keep making videos like this for you. And trust me, there's way more coming. There is a figure who showed up in one of the village flashbacks, no eyes, drinking from a skull, and based on context, it is implied the skull belonged to a child. Brutal, I know, but theoretically, that character could represent the first reincarnation of Jade's soul. The original person, the one who actually performed the ritual and struck whatever bargain created Fromville as we know it. If that is true, then Jade is not just connected to a tragedy from the past. He is the tragedy. His soul has been cycling through this loop over and over, sometimes more monstrous, sometimes less, but always anchored to the same origin point. And this would also explain why his visions are so different from everyone else's. The town's not haunting Jade, the town is recognizing him. And if Tabitha is the reincarnation of someone who was trying to save the children, who represents the protective, paternal force opposing the ritual, then maybe the whole point is that these two souls finally end up working together instead of against each other. Tabitha does not have the same blind faith that Jade carries. She has always been more grounded, more skeptical, and honestly, maybe that is intentional, because while Jade has this deep, almost magnetic pull toward the mystery, Tabitha is the anchor, the one who does not get swept away. Two sides of the same original story, one soul that caused the curse, one soul that has been fighting against it. And now, for maybe the first time across all these cycles, they are on the same side. I have been sitting on this theory for a while now, brought pieces of it up before on this channel, but it always felt like it was missing something, like the show had not given us enough yet to make it land properly. But episode 5's trailer changed that for me. The mushroom visions, the child version of Jade delivering that line about painful truths, the monsters placing him at the center of the ritual stones, suddenly all of it connected. And apparently I am not alone, because I went digging on Reddit and there are full threads unpacking this exact idea. People are noticing the same things, the show is dropping breadcrumbs and people are finally picking them up. So that is where I am at. Jade, our guy, our main character, the one we have been cheering for across 4 seasons, might be carrying the soul of the person who kicked off the worst thing to ever happen in Fromville. Not because he's evil now, but because that is the weight his soul has been dragging through every single lifetime. And maybe the whole point of this show, underneath all the monsters and the mystery and the tragic deaths, is about whether someone burdened with that kind of history can finally choose differently. Can the soul that started all this destruction be the same one that ends it? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. Does this theory make sense to you, or am I completely off the rails? Do you think Jade started the original ritual? And does the idea of him and Tabitha being opposites, rather than lovers from a past life, change how you see their dynamic? I genuinely want to know what you think. And if you have got your own theory going into episode 5, throw it down below. Best ones might end up in the next video.